Friends, I'm back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is Grotesque 3. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download it. Here are some descriptions with this room. Nothing very important. So now, I think, of course, for you, you can download the image from this address and then import into the VirtualBox. Before we move forward, again, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I do appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch into the Kali Linux. After of course, I need to do the IP address discovery first. As you can see, the IP address can be identified by the native discover as 252. Then we can do the nmap scanning. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also use the option of -p- to do the comprehensive scan. Then followed by the option of uppercase PN, not to do the live testing for the target. And then use the option of ON, uppercase N, to output the result in this file. And the IP address has been changed a bit. And as you can see over here, from the nmap scanning can tell us there are two open ports on the target. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface or secure shell surface, and its corresponding version number. This case, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP surface and also the version information, which is Apache 2. So what we are going to do next is to do the enumeration, both manually and automatically against the HTTP surface. So let's launch our browser, our Firefox, to do the manual enumeration first. Put the IP address of the target. Sorry, I need to refresh or clear the history. As you can see, there's some information. My child, why don't you look for your atlas? It will lighten your way. And there is a link, atlas. This is picture we can open up in new tab. And of course, we can save this picture onto our Kali Linux. Save. Now we go back and we need to check the source code of this page, which doesn't contain any useful information. Next, we can check whether this site has robots file. Nothing there. Then we can use Ligato to do the web application enumeration automatically, because it can give us the information about the web application from the version information, the header information, also give us the to see whether there is any vulnerability for this web application, and also the common files or directories. This case, however, nothing we can get, in terms of interesting information. So what we're going to do next, we need to do the enumeration, the brute force directory enumeration. And we can use GoBuster, and we can specify the target IP address, and we can use as always, I'd like to use GoBuster wordlist as my first wordlist to brute force directory, and we can use the option extension option to specify the extension option. Let's press enter. Meanwhile, we can analyze the picture what we have already downloaded from the target to see whether there is any hidden message or steganography. And we can use seek at last. All right, nothing there. And then we can use exif to utility to display metadata. Sometimes the metadata contains important information. This case, however, nothing like that we can get from the metadata of this picture. And now we need to go back to the directory enumeration. Actually, we cannot find anything. Besides the default one. So maybe, in the home page, there is message left by the author. Why don't you look for at last? So maybe this picture itself has some important information. And if you enlarge this picture, and we can draw, sorry, not this one. Yeah, this part, you can see the two characters M, D, and also 5 symbols, 5 stars. So maybe this means MD5, right? So from this point, we can make a deduction. We need to generate the custom word list to make directory enumeration. So how to do? Normally we will use this as a word list. Maybe we can use this information as a source to generate the custom word list. For example, we can put like JSON MD5 sum, and we'll generate the MD value for this string. And so we can create the shell script to make a loop, and then we can create the custom word list. Of course, at the end there is a dash we need to remove. Also spaces we need to remove it. If you don't know how to remove this, useless character, you can make a search through Google. And of course, I can show you how to. As you can see, this is the script. We can do the loop, and we can cut out. This is the original word list. This is the same as this one, and we can make a loop. And for each word or each line, we do this command. Just you can see over here. All right, and save all results into, or append the results into this file. And after that, we need to do some more processing, and I've already, how to remove the additional or useless dash. We can use SED with option for I, S. And then from this command, we can remove or delete the dash at the end of each line. Of course, to save time, I've already done that. And then after that, also we need to remove the spaces at the end. And as you can see over here, what? So we need to run the second command. Finally, we can get this word list, and we can check how many words or lines for this word list. Yeah, a bit big. I think the quantity or the lines of this word list is the same as this original word list. We can check by USR, share word list, dear buster, directory, medium. As you can see, they're exactly the same. I think so. Or maybe a bit different. A bit different. I'm not sure what caused the issue. Anyway, now we have already got the custom or our own word list. Then we can make brute force, directly brute force again. And we can use GoBuster. And we can use option like a PHP, extension option, HTML, something like that. Of course, I think I've already done that earlier. To save time, I'd like to give you the result. So where? Not this one. Maybe I need to wait for this to be finished. The GoBuster is very high performance, or GoBuster is very good web application enumeration tool with high performance. As you can see, we got the file. We can copy this file name and note it down to our notebook. Then we can access this file. I think we have already got our step further. However, when we access this file, although no error come back, no useful information we can see. So maybe we need to make a fuzzing. So how to do fuzzing? We can make a copy of this file. And I'd like to exit the GoBuster, and then we can use fuzzy C color output, and we can put in here, and we can use fuzz equal etc password file, and then the word list. I'd like to use the same word list. Medium, right? Press a lot of output. We can add the filter word length. Of course, this time we cannot use the custom word list, what we have just created, because this one is not, we cannot, in most cases, the parameter will not use MD5 as a name, right? In most cases, and at least from my point of view. So I think for this machine, the critical point to penetrate is to create the custom word list. As you can see, we got the parameter or payload, which is proposed. We can copy. Maybe we do not need to copy. And then we can access this file. As you can see, maybe we can copy, use the command line to do this. We can use Q and paste in here. As you can see, we got the content of a password file. And from this file, we can know the username is this one. So we can copy and note it down to our notebook. So far, I think there are two things. The first thing is we have to know that the target has LFI, or file inclusion vulnerability. The second thing, we need to exploit this LFI vulnerability. So how to make exploitation? I think I have already demonstrated these techniques in other videos. If you have already followed my channel, for example, we need to check whether we can access the private key. Nothing returned. Next, we need to check whether we can access log file, authentication log file. Nothing returned. Next, we need to check whether we can access Apache 2 access log. Nothing there. Next, we need to check whether the target has RFI or remote file inclusion vulnerability. To test that, we can create a file, for example, like a JSON, and write into test. And we can set up the web server locally on the Kali Linux, and then we can access this test file, test.txt. Nothing returned. So it means that the target doesn't have RFI vulnerability. So far, we have already done almost everything what we can with the RFI vulnerability. So how to do? Maybe we need to make brute force to retrieve the password for the user, because we have already got the username, right? This one. So how to make brute forcing? We can use the tool of Hydra, and with the option of L to specify the username. Username is this one. Normally, we will use the word list of RockQ. However, this case, we cannot use that word list. We need to use our earlier word list again, and then specify the service information and also the target information. And this will take about 15 minutes to retrieve the password for this user. Of course, to save time of this video, I will not wait for it. I think this is very understandable, right? And as you can see, we have already, I assume that we have already got the password. So now we can use SSH to connect to the target. We can copy. Maybe I can, now we can SSH Freddy. I need to remove the history sessions of the SSH and connect it again. Yes, and we can copy the password. As you can see, we have already successfully logged in as user Freddy, and then we can make local enumeration. Of course, now we can retrieve the user flag, and we can navigate to home directory. No other users is available on the target, and we need to navigate across some directories or spots. For example, like OPT, nothing there, var, and backups, nothing there. Nothing there. All right. So next, of course, we need to check whether the current user can run sudo. However, command not found. So next, we need to upload the linear shell script to do the automatic enumeration. So how to do? Yeah, I've already set up the web server locally on the Kali Linux. Now we can use wget to upload linears. Oh, sorry. I need to use the Kali Linux IP address rather than target. It's done. And then in order to run this script, we need to make it executable. You know, if you don't know how to get this shell script, linear shell script, please let me know in the comment below. Because some friends asked me that sort of a question. I will try my effort to answer every question you submit in the comments. As you can see, I think it's done. And we need to scroll up or scroll back to see whether we can find some vectors for us to elevate our privilege. like capability information, SOID, binary information. Username information, active port number. Can you notice these two port numbers, 139, 445, and these two port numbers are always used by Samba service. If you do a lot of CTF-like machine, I think you will know this point, right? Or you have already got such knowledge. However, from the Nmap scanning, we didn't discover such a service. So maybe this service is accessible locally. Maybe we need to keep this into our minds. Cron job information. Also local exploits. However, I will not try to, for example, like download the exploit to do. Maybe if you want me to do, please let me know in the comment, and then I will do it. So next, I think nothing very interesting besides the local exploits. Maybe as the standard methodology or practice, we need to upload the PSPY64 binary or utilities. Sorry, my bad. So we can use wget port number PSPY 64, and then we can make it executable, and then we can run this binary. This utility is so powerful from my point of view because it can display or process information. Although NPL shell script can display process, however, the privileged process cannot be reviewed. This utility PSPY64 can display all processes, even those belong to root user. I mean, the UID is equal 0. As you can see, the root user will run or execute this command, smb share. So now we can quit from the PSPY. We can navigate to the root directory. That is smb share. So how to do? We can go into the smb share. So next, I think because the root user will execute everything under this directory, and then we can, we can create the shell script which contains reverse shell command, and then the root user will run this command, and then we can spawn or get another shell which belongs to root user. Let me demonstrate it, okay? So, of course, first of all, we need to get the command of the reverse shell, and I've already got from the Pentest monkey website. We can copy, and we can use echo bash and paste in here and append to, for example, like shell sh. However, permission denied. Very weird, right? Although we can go inside or navigate inside this directory, we don't have a permission to write this file into inside this directory. I think you have already got my idea. So maybe just now, from the name SMB share, we have already known that earlier. The target has service running locally, Samba service. So next we need to do the Samba service enumeration. So how to enumerate? We can use SMB client with option of L, uppercase L, and local IP address, local host. And we can put the password of the current user, Freddy. As you can see, it does have share Grotesque. So next we can run, maybe we can navigate to the temp directory, and then we can echo, we can generate the reverse shell file. Oh, not this one. What I'm doing, and we can copy this command. Shell, no error. Now we can access to the share, SB share through Samba surface. And we just copy the shell name. I don't want to make a mistake. And then we need to copy the password of user Grotesque again. And then we can use put command to upload the shell script onto this share. Okay. Now we can quit. Oh, we need to set up another listener. And maybe we need to wait about 1 or 2 minutes. As you can see, very quick, we got another share from the name, user name, and also this symbol. We can tell that we are root user, and then we can navigate to root directory, and then we can retrieve the root flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.